Have you ever wondered why some men seem to understand women effortlessly, while others keep getting blindsided, confused, and frustrated? It's not magic. It's not luck. And it's certainly not manipulation. It's awareness. Today I'm going to share with you something Marcus Aurelius himself would have smiled upon, not gossip, not tricks, but wisdom. The top 10 female weaknesses every man must know, and how to approach them through the lens of Stoicism, so that you lead with understanding instead of arrogance. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, and most importantly, watch till the very end. Because one insight, just one, could change the way you see women forever, and change the way they see you. Now let's set the stage. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Love. The word is so overused yet so deeply misunderstood. And here's the truth. Men often try to love without understanding. We rush to act without seeing the full picture. That's where Stoicism steps in. Stoicism isn't about being cold. It's about being centered. It's about knowing yourself so deeply that you can observe others without judgment and without being pulled into their storms. Understanding a woman's weaknesses isn't about exploiting them. In fact, it's the opposite. It's about learning the hidden corners of her humanity so you can lead with strength, compassion, and clarity. And when I say weakness, I don't mean flaws. I mean the points where emotions run high, where decisions become clouded, where vulnerability is hidden in plain sight. So let's dive into the top 10 female weaknesses every man must know, seen through the lens of the philosopher emperor himself. 1. The desire to feel truly seen. Most men think women want compliments, but what they truly crave is to be seen. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If someone can show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth." In the same way, a woman wants to feel like you see the truth of her, not just the makeup, the dress, the smile. She wants you to notice her efforts, her thoughts, her quirks. A Stoic man doesn't rush past details. He notices the way she pauses before answering, the way her tone changes when she talks about her dreams. That awareness is powerful. It's a weakness because so many women rarely get it, and they are drawn to those who can give it. The pull of emotional security. A woman may survive without emotional safety, but she will not thrive without it. She wants to feel that she can be vulnerable without fear of judgment or abandonment. In a Stoic's eyes, this is not a burden, it's an honor. Marcus Aurelius taught us to be like a rock. The waves keep crashing over, unmoved yet present. When you provide emotional security, you become that rock. It's not about solving every problem for her. It's about being a consistent presence, a man whose mood isn't dictated by the weather of the moment. For the need for validation without dependency. Here's a paradox. Women want to feel validated, but they don't want to feel needy. This is where most men get it wrong. They either overpraise or withhold entirely. Marcus would say, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." In other words, your validation should be sincere, grounded in truth, not flattery. Tell her she looks radiant because her joy is showing, not just because her lipstick is new. Validate her efforts, her character, her presence, and not just her appearance. 4. Sensitivity to disrespect. Disrespect cuts deeper for women than most men realize. Even subtle dismissals and ignoring her opinion, interrupting her story, and leave marks. Marcus Aurelius valued dignity above all. In his meditations, he often reminded himself to be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. The Stoic approach is simple. Respect is not negotiable. Even in disagreement, treat her words with weight. This weakness is real, and it's why women withdraw from men who can't value their voice. 5. The influence of social perception. Women are more influenced by how others perceive them than most men think. This is not vanity. It's rooted in deep social wiring. She may seek your approval, but she also notices the approval or disapproval of the group. A Stoic understands that external opinions are fleeting shadows. By grounding her in the reality of what matters, you free her from overdependence on the crowd's applause. Marcus's words fit here perfectly. The opinion of 10,000 men is of no value if none of them know anything about the subject. 6. Emotional overthinking. Women often replay conversations in their heads, analyzing tone, word choice, and meaning. This can be a strength, but when it spirals, it becomes a weakness. The Stoic man recognizes this and doesn't mock it. He brings calm. Instead of telling her to stop overthinking, you provide clarity. You state your intentions plainly. You repeat your commitment when doubt creeps in. Like Marcus said, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Clear words silence unnecessary storms. Craving for emotional novelty. Routine can dull passion. Many women subconsciously crave new emotional experiences. Not necessarily new partners, but new moments that awaken feeling. Marcus Aurelius believed in cherishing the present moment as if it were your last. A Stoic man introduces small adventures. A new walk, a handwritten note, a conversation under the stars. Her weakness here is the human need for freshness. Your wisdom is in giving it without chaos. 8. The weight of past wounds. A woman may appear confident, but past heartbreak, betrayal, or neglect often leaves invisible scars. A Stoic doesn't pry into every detail, but he recognizes patterns. He knows when fear of loss makes her guard go up. Marcus wrote, "When you have assumed these names, good, modest, truthful, rational, take care that you do not change these names. In other words, be the steady man who doesn't awaken old fears by acting like those who hurt her. Consistency is healing." 9. The drive to feel chosen. Every woman wants to feel that she is the one, not just an option. Her weakness lies in doubting this, especially if you are a high-value man with many admirers. A Stoic man doesn't boast about other women. He makes her feel chosen without overcompensation. He knows that loyalty isn't loud. It's proven quietly over time. 10. The tendency to mirror your energy. One of the most underestimated truths. Women often mirror the emotional tone you set. If you are anxious, she will feel unsettled. If you are calm, she will relax. Marcus Aurelius lived with wars outside his gates, yet wrote daily about inner peace. As a man, your calm is not just for you. It's the atmosphere you bring into the relationship. Her weakness is that her emotions are more easily swayed by yours than she might admit. Your responsibility is to lead with centeredness. Now let's step back. You might be wondering, why call these weaknesses at all? Because in moments of pressure, these are the areas where women are most likely to act on emotion rather than reason. And as a Stoic, your role is not to exploit these points, but to protect them. To be aware of them is to navigate love with skill, patience, and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, loss, war, and temptation. Yet he held to his values. He did not harden into stone. He became a steady fire, warm but not consuming. If you want to master relationships, you must do the same. When you see her overthinking, be the calm voice. When she feels unseen, look deeper. When she fears the crowd's judgment, remind her of her own worth. These 10 points aren't just female weaknesses. They are invitations. Invitations for you to step into a higher form of masculinity, one rooted in self-control, emotional depth, and clarity. Because in the end, Stoicism is not about withdrawing from love. It's about loving without losing yourself. It's about standing firm while the winds of emotion blow around you, never forgetting who you are. So take these lessons, apply them. Be the man who understands not only the strengths of a woman, but the tender places too. And when you do, you'll find that relationships are no longer a battlefield. They're a place where both can grow, in truth and in peace. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.